Business district was deserted today as most businesses closed down amid fears of violent protests. Similarly, businesses in various parts of the country were caught up in Wednesday's anti-government protests and remained closed for fears of the demonstrations, with hundreds of business owners taking stock of losses made by the loss of revenue. Take a listen.
The Central Business District was a ghost town on Wednesday following fears of violent confrontations between police and anti-government protesters. At the start of the three-day protests declared by opposition Azimio Coalition, businesses including banks, supermarkets, restaurants and retail stores remained closed for the day in the capital, Nairobi. The transport sector was also affected, with a few who were coming into the Central Business District forced to find alternative means of transport to gain access.
Leo kazi imeharibika sana juu ya maandamano, lakini hapa hata unaona maandamano hakuna, lakini maduka zote zimefungwa.
Sisi watu wa jua kali tutakuwa na shida mingi sana. Hakuna kazi, hata ukiangalia mjini vile inakaa, hakuna mtu yote, matatu hakuna, taxi hakuna. Tumekaa kwa stage, hakuna kazi yote.
Martin Kimathi, a restaurant manager within the CBD, is counting losses after potential customers stayed out of town.
Leo hakuna watu wamekuja kukula. Ukiangalia generally hatujauza chochote kutoka asubuhi, and ikienda hivyo kuna cost ya vitu mingi, kuna production, kuna stima, kuna a lot of things to consider.
With relative calm in the CBD due to tightened security, other businesses in various parts of the city were affected by the protests. In Imara Daima Estate, some businesses were vandalized.
Wananchi, we were inside the estate, so we had to come out in numbers so that they can be able to disperse. So when we came out, because the police were not already here, we were able to push them back to the slums.
In Siaya County, businesses remained shut in anticipation of the anti-government riots. Roads within the town were barricaded with heavy boulders and bonfires lit across key roads. The water bus that plies the Luanda-Kotieno-Mbita connection that links Siaya and Homa Bay counties could not operate due to lack of fuel as petrol stations were closed. There was also an acute lack of passengers and no matatus were operational in the county. Following last week's demos, the Kenya Private Sector Alliance estimated that businesses lost an average of 3 billion shillings daily. And with the planned demos expected to continue for 3 days, businesses are expected to lose an estimated 9 billion shillings. With police officers successfully keeping demonstrators and anti-government rioters out of the Central Business District, it's still a loss for businesses who have closed for the better part of the day, fearing for vandalism and loss of business due to the planned demonstrations. Faisal Ahmed, Citizen TV.